Hey YouTube, I'm back. I see you guys watch that video with me with the rear naked choke. Um, the lighting's bad in here. The reason you guys are probably laughing, they're like, "Oh yeah, what's that going to do?" Look, you know, if you look at the Gracies, right? They set the standard. Me, I don't. I'm just a nerd. But you have to understand, you don't do stuff like this to be tough. I view it as an art. I view it to stay in shape. You think I walk around the street? I mean, that video I posted, right? I believe that's the way you secure a choke. Okay. Now I know if you look at guys that are could destroy me, I mean destroy me in jujitsu, they would wring my neck. They would absolutely pop my head off. We're talking about Hannah or Gracie Hickson. I wouldn't dare touch these guys. These guys are on another level. And yeah, I think that I've been in my fair share of fights in my life. Not because I want to, but sometimes you don't have a choice, and uh, I don't think throwing punches, that's not the way to go. You could really hurt someone. Uh, you got to know how to safely end a fight, right? And this joke that I specifically did, it helped. Look, I'm not a bad guy. I try to be nice to people. You know what I mean? I don't go around try to act tough. I'm not tough at all. Look at me. I'm softer than continental tissue. I'm the softest guy on all of YouTube. I promise you. Nobody on YouTube is softer than me. Uh, so heck, all you guys are all stronger than me. Um, I made that video because I do believe, this. I'll tell you something about this thing. It's actually a running joke. You're like, what is this going to do? How's this prepare you for a choke? Let me tell you. If you look at the dimensions here, you know, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go around on random people going on mats. I'm such a nice guy. I don't want to be putting my arms around people's necks. Um, but if you look at the shape of this is like a kind of like my neck, like a pencil neck, right? Which is I'm a pencil neck. So as you guys can tell, I'm a dork. But I think this is, it's a thin neck. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very thin neck. But with that being said, you have to understand that practice is practice, man. And in a street fight, you only get one chance. It's better to know it and not need it than need it and not know it. And I hope you guys watch that video because I know you guys are probably like, oh man, this guy, he's so full of it. He's so delusional. He's this and that and all this, that. Because if you go on YouTube and you watch jujitsu people, which I'm not, by the way, I'm not a high level jujitsu guy. I'm not even close. I'm not even close. You guys, all you guys could beat my ass. Every one of you on here watching this video could beat me in a fight. Uh, so I only make this video because I do think it's effective. I do. Call me crazy, call me delusional. If you see, just to, if you see this, right, and you see what I'm doing here, look, you guys all know, you guys watch the Gracies, you watch the UFC. These, I'm not a professional. They are. Okay. You're probably like, why should I listen to you? You don't know what you're talking about. And again, you guys all know the basics to get a joke. You could be a stick, you could be a pencil, right? When I was a kid, I just think, oh yeah, you go for a choke, you just like that. That's not a proper choke. Look, you're like square. You don't want to be down here with the square. I mean, it may work. It may work, right? But there's still a chance that guy's going to ragdoll and get out and shuck you around, right? So as you guys know, here the V, that's where you want to secure the choke, right? As you guys already, you don't need to hear me tell you that. You guys know, you watch jujitsu videos. I'm a bum. I'm a nobody, right? The V here, you want the neck, you want it to go back here because that's where the carotid arteries are, right? That's where, if you're in a life or death situation, you got to do what you have to do. You guys can call me crazy, call me whatever you want, but it's going to work, I promise you. Matter of fact, I've had to employ this already. Not because I want to. No. Not because I'm tough. No. I'm none of those things. I'm not tough at all. But you have to understand that you only get one chance. It's not about being tough. It's about, do you want to survive or not, or do you want your head caved in? You know what I mean? It's not about being tough. I'm not tough at all. Look at me. I'm as soft as they come. I'm the softest guy on YouTube. I promise you. That's a fact. That's a fact. So you're probably like, why am I watching this video? Don't watch it. Don't watch it. You know what I mean? Don't watch it. That's on you. You know, but I promise you, you do it this way, you're gonna be a problem. You're gonna hold a guy in his place. I'm telling you for a fact. Call me whatever you want. Call me crazy, delusional, whatever you want. But again, let's say this is the neck, right? Come right here, right in between here, right? That's like coming back with the neck. And this is the key part here. Like, I love when these guys sit there and hold the back. Nah, they're imbeciles. You don't hold the back of the head. They can still shut you out. What do you mean hold? I'll argue with any black belt. No, you don't hold the back of the head. It may work if you're a black belt. It may work if you're a black belt. But these jiu-jitsu instructors, I'll argue with any of them. No, you don't hold the back of the neck. That's how they teach you. That's not. You want to sit there. This is the right. They'll agree with this, right? You want to have the V. Ask Henry Gracie. V, bang, right here, right? But this is where you got to, you know what I mean? This is what you need to do. It's like a butterfly effect. You want to be able to get the extra grip. You're not always going to be able to put the back of the neck. It drives me nuts when I see these high-level guys. No, the V, bang. This, bang, lead in, bang. Now the neck's going to be bigger. You got to adjust. But you got to get to, let's say the neck's bigger. All right? You still got to adjust. Sit there secure. You got it pinned in, not breaking out. You could try to overpower me. You may move me, right? You may be, even though this is a little plastic little piece, you may be able to move me. But look, if I keep my hooks in, I'll argue with any jiu-jitsu guy. Try to break free. Try to break free. You could be 250 pounds. Try to throw me around. You're not going to break out. I guarantee you that. So if you guys watch this, you go right in like this. I'll argue with any black belt jiu-jitsu. They'll agree with this part, but they're not going to agree with this. They're going to say, what the hell is that? Well, bang. Lock it in. Lock it in. They're going to argue. They're going to laugh at me like, see, this guy's a dork. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Really? Cool. Let's say he's a 280-pound black guy. Sit there. Still keep these things locked in. Bang. You got the adjustment. You may have to make a little bit more overcompensation because he's got a thick neck. But you keep this locked in. Secure. And I guarantee those jiu-jitsu guys are going to look at you. This guy's a dork. What is this guy talking about? I'll experiment on them. They won't take me up on that offer because they know I'll succeed. All right. Strongest guy I know in my life. I've experimented that on. 230 pounds of muscle. He weighed way more than me, and he wasn't able to break out. And then you're going to say, yeah, well, they're not jiu-jitsu guys. Want to bet? I'll put a black belt, get his neck. Just like if you guys did this to me, you would hold me in. Right like this. Call me whatever you want. All right? Call me delusional. Call me crazy. Call me Donald Trump. No, I know right from wrong. I know exactly what I'm doing. This is to save your life. Call me a goofball. Call me a nut. Whatever you want to call me. It'll save your life. I promise you. Stop listening to these black belts who secure the back of the neck like an imbecile. No, fuck that. Fuck that. That 50% of the time, that'll work. But you also have to be prepared. Let's say you're 150 and the guy is 250 pounds. You think that's going to work? You think that's going to work? See, these black belts, these guys will look at me and say, this guy's full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Want to bet? Bet me on it. I've already secured a choke doing that. And by the way, if a guy can't with me, you guys know how to teach. Drop your neck down. Then I could be able to choke you. Drop the chin. That's how you defend it. Why? Carotid arteries are blocked. Not bad for a guy who doesn't know jiu-jitsu. And I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm telling you the facts, all right? And I know jiu-jitsu guys will look at this and laugh, go, this guy's full of it. No, they damn well know. They damn well know I'm not full of it. Because I'll experiment on them. And we're going to see how well they bust out. I've got incredible grip. All right? Stop listening to them like this, and then behind the head, that's a bunch of BS. That I don't care if they're a 4th degree black belt, it's all BS. I'll tell the Gracies, that's all BS. Stop. Not everyone has a 4th degree black belt like the Gracie family. Most normal people don't have any belts. They have nothing. They don't have a white belt. You don't put the arm behind the neck. What the hell is that? Put the arm behind the neck. That's not going to give you the proper grip. It's not going to give you the grip. I mean, these guys with the stripes on their belt, man, they're sitting there, they look at me and go, man, yeah, get on the map. Yeah, let's go. Let me get you in a choke. If you can't break out, then you got to at least give me a blue belt. At least maybe the problem, that's what I don't get about the jiu-jitsu system. You don't need to learn 50 different submissions. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. You know what I mean? That's simple, guys. You can view this video, don't view it. It's up to you. But I think you should go back and look at what I'm doing again. Because I think this is the key thing. You're like, oh, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Guys, the key thing. You got to get a better grip than to just sit there and go, and hold the back. It's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? What are they doing? Like, come on now. Let's be real here. I know these jiu-jitsu, and by the way, a lot of these jiu-jitsu instructors, they all have egos too, by the way. They all do. They all have incredible egos on them. They think they know better. Bullshit. The hell they do. And guess what? I'll say this. If I tap a black belt, then I deserve a belt ranking. Because that's the problem with jiu-jitsu. It only takes one submission to end a fight. All right? I've seen blue belts tap black belts out. All right? They want your money. Don't commit to them. I promise you. Don't. You don't need to learn 50 different submissions. You don't have time for that in a street fight. There's no time for that. What, to get your skull kicked in? Nah, that's ridiculous. They want your money. All right, call me delusional, say I don't know what I'm talking about. Nah, you don't have time for that. Ask any jiu-jitsu. The most successful submission is the rear naked choke. It's the one that's won the most fights. Look it up on your phone. But if you see how those submissions are being attempted, there's one difference. All of those chokes, they have this down, right? The V going back. Because remember, that's how you cut off the blood supply to the carotid artery. You hope to God they come through, but you got to protect yourself. But then you notice, here's the difference. They do this nonsense behind the head. You guys are probably looking at me like, this guy's such a dork. What the hell is he talking about? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's be real. I mean, if you're going against a guy who's 100 pounds more than you, a muscle, he's going to shuck you around. Come on. You're going to get thrown. You're going to get flipped on your back. You don't need to do that. You need to get as much secure as possible. All right? We'll show it again. Call me whatever you want. All right? Go right in. Remember, this is just plastic. This is not a human. Just piece of plastic. Round. Pencil neck like me. Right? You go right in. V. Right in the corner here. V. Right here where I'm pointing. That's the V. Drop it right in. Bang. Get around their neck. But this is the key. You don't need to do with any of this. What the hell is this? They just want your money. Butterfly. Bang. Get your grip. This is a grip. They're going to say, oh, that's not an effective grip. Oh, yeah. We'll try to break out. Then secure in. Bang. Any guy who's 100 pounds more than you. I want you to see that. Try to bust out. Clamp down more. And, of course, the neck's going to be bigger, right? Neck's going to be bigger. Okay? You can lead in secure. It's more secure. Obviously, the neck, you see, this is a small neck. It's kind of like me. Pencil neck like me, right? But look at this. You guys think I'm crazy. See that? The neck is going to be a lot bigger than that.